Hello guys, it's Rallewowboy here, and today I'm gonna be showing you some basics about frost decays in patch 5.4. Some people say frost decay isn't very effective and you should play unholy, but I disagree, because I think frost decays are really good with the combos with good moment speed effects, so you can keep the close distance, and they can do heavy damage when you're gonna burst down healers, and yeah, they're pretty much good. So keep in mind that I'm not a pro or anything. I'm just doing this vid for people who might is low MMR and just maybe are for help for some people. So the talents I use is Humble Blight, which pretty much gives your diseases on people around you. And here I use Purgatory, and it simply keeps you alive for 3 seconds when you have 1 HP. And but you can I think Lishborn is good too, but I think it's pretty much more for the unholy spec. And here, as Pixie, I don't know how to say it, but I think it's a must, because it's really good when you're taking healers and CC. And here's a big part about Frost, in my opinion. I think conversion is really good. It's pretty much a must in my opinion, but you can take Death Pact, but in the build I'm about to show, conversion is really good. And here, Runic Corruption is also very good. I'm going to go through why I take these options later in this video. And here I take Rimless Winter, which causes the target to get stunned. I can show you right here. When it has 4 or 5 stacks, I think. Now with 5 stacks, it gets stunned like a deep freeze. It gets stunned, can't do anything. Or you can take Desecrate Ground, which makes you immune to losing the control of your character. So yeah, how my rotation is pretty much on Frost DK is one thing you gotta know before I go through anything. I pretty much think all of you know it, but it's a passive Frost DK save, which is called Killing Machine, which causes your next spell to be 100% crit, and it's very effective on Obliterate, but the proc also proc Frost Strike. But here's when the conversion kicks in. You see, Obliterate does much more damage than Frost Strikes if you stack haste. Because you see, I stacked a lot of haste, and that makes my Killing Machine proc faster. But because of my haste, I don't have that much mastery, so my frost damage spells doesn't do that much damage, which is my Frost Strike. It doesn't do as much damage as my Obliterate. So I have stacked a lot of haste to proc it fast, and what I actually do instead of Frost Strike, I do conversion. Like I keep it up like all the time if I'm focused. And if I'm fighting double DPS, I'm going Blood Presence, and that's pretty good. It's very good for boosting. You can pretty much take a 1v2 pretty easy, especially in low MMR. It's really easy. And if you're taking a healer, I have a bit of a how to burst a healer in a 2v2, or bursting a healer in any kind of PvP. So what you do when it gets about half HP, when you pretty much pop in your CDs, first off, you should pop your Pillar of Frost, which gives you 20% more strength, and you should get the Soul Reaper off, which do a lot of damage if they are below 35% health, which they will get when the effect ends. You know, it says a 5 second, and they will get below 35% health if you pop the Neotric Strike, which absorbs their healing, and having a killing machine obliterate proc. They will be below 35% health, even if you have a teammate too. They will be 35% health. You will get extra damage from Soul Reaper, absorbed healing, and obliterate crit, which is pretty good. You see, it procs a lot. So after you're done that, you're gonna use spam obliterate, and when it's all done, you still have your Pillar of Frost up, and this has mass fades, and this is gone too. You have no runes, so you have just used everything, and your Pillar of Frost is still up. So you press your cities, which is empowered rune weapon and unholy blight, and your trinket. You gain all your runes again, so you can just keep on spamming obliterate, because you don't because you already have your Pillar of Frost up, and that will just max out your burst and completely. And keep in mind, before you do this, to not get locked down or anything, you should pop Icebound, or if you're fighting magic teams, you should pop Anti-Magic Shell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.